So, I have just finished watching the Yakuza series on Amazon Prime, and I know that I said that I probably wouldn't end up watching it. I think I said that anyway, even though I'm not gonna watch it. But listen, by the end of the day, it's got Majima in it, and let's be honest, that's all there needs to be in a Yakuza thing to immediately make me play it. That's actually why I played through the entire series. Video's still pending. Anyway, I can't speak too much about what it's about, but what I can talk about is the fact that he looks nothing like Kiryu. But I see the similarity. If you think of like Yakuza 0 and then this guy, and then you kind of just merge them together and you make the sound, then you can kind of see a similarity there. Now, this did have Haruka in it, so it seemed a little bit Kiwami-esque. And it did have Majima running after, which I did quite enjoy. One scene where he's starting to fight Kiryu, and then he started hitting the hell out of Kiryu. It goes to point a gun at him, and then he just turns around and he's like, okay, alright, do it then. Do it then. Then he just got hit under the over the head. Not under the head, over the head with a rock. So he's a lot more crazy. That was before he even lost his eye. And then they changed the way that he lost his eye from just some guy going in. And he was a Yakuza too, but when he was like, Majima, you can't be doing certain things. And you know that. You know that, little guy. And then he just, put something straight through his eye. So they did have similarities to the games, but I would say that it was kind of its own thing. I wouldn't go in expecting Kiwami or, Yakuza 0, because it kind of followed its own type of story. Now, personally, in the beginning, I was a little bit, kind of bored. But then it ended up starting to get really good near the ending area. Really, really, really good. And I was constantly waiting for more Majima, of course. And to my disappointment, there was actually not that much of him at all. It was just a tiny bit. He just kind of popped up here and there like, "Ayo, Kira-chan!" And then he just kind of wasn't. Disappointed! But it'll make up for it when we get that Majima game. When we get that Majima game, it will be good. So back to the actual TV show. My opinions, by the end of the day, on how much I liked it, I would say a solid 3 out of 5. Just because you need more Majima, and also at the beginning, what Kiryu did to get into the Yakuza. You know what Kiryu did to get into the Yakuza? He stole. Oh. My boy would never do that. He is a wonderful, perfect, precious boy. But everything else, he did pretty accurate. And I do have to say, Nishiki's character makes a lot more sense in this TV show than he does in the game. His reasonings for being bad makes it's more understandable. I don't like it because he's still bad. He's still a little villain guy, but he was it was interesting to watch. It was interesting to watch. And also, I'm not saying what it is. But I saw the plot twist coming 300 miles away. So I know the way Yakuza is. I know the way Yakuza is. Anyway. So yeah, Kiryu. Cool and good, and for the most part, epic. I kind of like what they did. I feel like they could have gotten a guy that looked a little bit more like Kiryu, but it is what it is. He does not look like he would beat an old lady with a stick, so we got that close to Kiryu at least. And then there's Majima. Looks pretty similar actually, but they didn't really show a lot of him. It just kind of like the haircut, you know what I mean? And I like that they got the laugh down pretty good. I was listening to the English dub though, so that probably was a little bit different. I'm gonna be honest. I started playing Yakuza 0 at like the beginning of this year, and I was falling asleep because I just wanted to get to the point with Majima in it. So that's basically the motivation behind most of the Yakuza series for me. But nowadays, it's actually just because I fell in love with Yakuza series to begin with, you know? The game. And I just adore the game so much. Anyway, I personally enjoyed watching it. I'm sorry I don't get to talk about it too much more. I kind of want to be vague about it because I know it's an Amazon Prime series and I don't want anybody, you know, just like poking me going, why did you talk about that? You can't talk about that because it's on Amazon Prime. So, yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but personally, I really liked it. I especially liked the ending. You could have used more Majima though. And I know I've said that like 300 times, so I'll spare ya the more Majima talk and leave this video here. But with that said, yeah, take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined. Out of the way.